Hi, I'm Nikki,
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Jamie.
and this is America's Asses, a Galcast. I was going to say, and I'm Jamie. I was going to say that.
Well, you really are
Lord.
tired.
Girl,
Girl.
we are all falling fucking up. Mercury's in retrograde. Mercury's in retrograde. Every week we come on here and we complain for the first 5 minutes and we gotta stop it. But Mercury's in fucking retrograde. It's been an okay week, just our bodies are falling apart.
Yes.
Our backs, our necks, our what's that song? My neck, my back, my hoo-hoo and my crack. My We call it a cookie. Although I got shamed by other mothers that I know.
Why?
Because I use the word cookie and junk to name my children's anatomy, and they're like, no, you should use the word vagina and penis. And I'm like, all right. So I started doing that, and it's like, I don't have a penis, I got junk. I'm like,
I love it.
I'm like, okay, dude. All right, well, we're gonna start calling it a penis.
That's what we were called, pee-pee and
wiener, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Cookie, muffin.
Like that's
muffin
what we always called it when we were little.
Yeah. Well, times are different apparently.
But then
Whatever.
when we were growing up, we weren't allowed to say it, so we said everything but the name.
True story.
Right. I think that's why I'm so uncomfortable.
Politically correct.
Well, I can say dick, schlong, all that kind of stuff and not feel bad. Cooter, pussy, cunt. I could say it all, not feel bad, but I cannot say vagina or penis without giggling.
I could say it all, but I just
JJ.
still refer to it. I'm like, oh, it's your pinky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies, how are you? Oh, first of all, welcome to America's Asses. We are an MCU-centric podcast by women for everybody. Right, ladies?
Absolutely.
You got it.
Alyssa, I'm going to start with you tonight. How do you feel?
No.
That should tell you everything.
Yeah. Our poor baby.
You should take a screenshot, but don't. Please don't.
Let me see. I might just
You
do
look
that.
fine. You look fine.
No, you look fine. You look cute.
Literally, you look like you're just wearing a
You
fluffy
look like
sweater.
you look like a fall goddess.
Yeah, like there's nothing silly about what you look like.
No. You got your puffy sweater on.
Yeah, she just
Do you
looks
have
like
your
nice and warm
Do you
and
have
cozy.
do you have your pumpkin spice macchiato?
Basic.
No.
Basic
I do have my
bitch.
Starbucks cup.
You're feeling better?
I am.
Good.
That was a debacle.
Yeah.
I
Were you scared?
was.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I never
you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right.
So OG6 Plus, Alyssa had a terrible migraine, especially behind her left eye.
Was this your first migraine?
Oh no.
No.
I get them occasionally.
Okay.
But this was the first time that it hurt right behind my left eye so bad, my eyes watered.
Oh.
Like there was a pain, twinge, whatever you want to call it. Lasted about 30 seconds to a minute. So bad that my eyes watered. And it didn't feel right. And I never felt that before.
Right.
And I freaked out.
Yeah, I would too.
So around 11:30 on Monday night, Dad's birthday, I go to the ER and proceed to be there until 4 a.m.
Was your dad with you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah, he drove me and got a CT scan. Everything was normal.
Thank
They
God.
gave me this
Right.
amazing, whatever they call it, a migraine cocktail,
Yeah.
and it's Benadryl. They gave me 3 tablets of Tylenol orally, but the IV was Benadryl and a mix of other painkillers and, saline. Oh my God, it was the best thing ever. So from having a migraine the night before, I don't know what I did. I slept really funny and I'm still feeling it, like my neck and my shoulder.
Yeah.
So that was bothering me Monday as well. So they gave me the painkiller and IV, and I ended up dozing off for, I think it was like an hour. I have no idea. And the nurse came in and I was like, oh my God, I feel amazing. Like my shoulder didn't hurt, my neck didn't hurt,
Right.
my head didn't hurt. I was like,
I can go. I'm fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. I was like, all right, let's go. I feel amazing. Whatever that was a miracle. And I wish they could have that for me all the time. Like whenever I get a migraine, it'd be awesome.
But it was just a migraine and they were able to just get it under control. Well, that's good.
Right. And I'll follow up with my doctor. I have an appointment not this week, next week.
Good. I'm glad you're okay. Oh, here's what Big Mama's been doing. Big Mama's been got herself a job.
The J-O-B.
A real one. I'm going to be a paraprofessional. I'm going to be working with kids with developmental disabilities, and I'm very excited.
And she starts on Tuesday.
I start on Tuesday. Oh, I can't wait to get back into the work.
Hey, that's actually my work anniversary.
The 12th October.
That's a good day.
It's
You
a
guys
very
will share
good
an
day.
anniversary.
Aww.
I've been there. I'll be there 11 years on Tuesday.
Oh my God, you started let's see,
I was 20.
our anniversary is in 2 days. I just realized that. I just realized it. You know what I'm doing tomorrow? Let's see here. 7, 8. Yes, Saturday is our anniversary. We'll be married for 11 years. 11
My brother's
years.
anniversary is Sunday. And they'll be married 11 years.
He got married on 10-10-10.
Yep.
See, we wanted to get married.
Remember.
Yeah, we wanted to get married on 10-10-10 or on Halloween itself, because Halloween, but they were on Sundays. And with Mr. Big and his family coming from all over the country, we had to have it on a Saturday to give people time to go home. So
yeah.
Jamie, how are you?
It's been a week.
Yeah. Mercury's in retrograde. I mean, seriously, Mercury's in retrograde.
That's what I've been saying. It's just a lot of bullshit.
Oh, girl, I hear you. All right. But you know what? Here's the good news. New moon yesterday. Hope you guys made your intentions, because Big Mama did. And I got some pretty big intentions. So let's put it out in the universe, get some positiveness going out there, and, do good, be good, and good things will happen to you. Right. So we just gotta focus on the good. Right. Speaking of focusing on the good, Alyssa, do you have some Marvel news?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, what do you
got? I
got?
posted it. Did you ladies see? I posted it on our Facebook page earlier.
No.
Yes.
I did not. Hold on. I gotta close the door. Is it working now? Fantastic. All right.
Did you say you saw it, Jamie?
All right. I'm so sorry.
I did.
What did you post?
I posted that there is a WandaVision spinoff for Agatha Harkness in development.
It's in development. Do they have? So they don't have a title for it yet?
No.
Okay.
It's going to be from Marvel Studios, and it's described as a dark comedy that would see Han reprise her role So everything's still, being kept under wraps.
Yeah.
With the creator and head writer Jack Schaefer.
Okay.
So who had done WandaVision. So he's going to be doing, or they're going to be doing this show. And then, so as we know, Harkness was left open at the conclusion of WandaVision, which saw her character trapped in Westview in her Agnes persona by Wanda after the big showdown. So
Right.
we shall see.
This is gonna be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so
We
excited.
loved her, so
Yeah.
it'll be
big
good
time.
for sure.
Big time.
Yep.
All right, ladies, should we
So
just
that's all I got.
that's all you got? Well,
That's it
thank you
for- yeah.
for
That's for-
Marvel News.
See, I told you I got you, boo.
You got me, baby. You got me. I was ill prepared for today. Long story short, I got nowhere with my new employer on any of the paperwork I need to fill out. So I need to go do that tomorrow. I wasted my whole day and I didn't do my notes until literally the last minute. So
Doesn't matter.
we're gonna fly through this, ladies.
You got it done. Doesn't matter. You got it done.
You're right. You're right. But you know me, I'm a planner. I had a to-do list and it just killed
I
me
know,
that I
but
couldn't check
sometimes
that thing off.
Sometimes it don't work like that. Because
You're right.
why? Because life.
Because Mercury's in retrograde.
Yeah.
It's my excuse for everything for a month. All
My
right.
excuse is just because life.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's my week and I'm covering What If season 1, episode 9. What if the Watcher broke his oath?
The final episode.
The final episode for this season. So, first of all, I just wanted to say that it was very refreshing to
I loved
actually have an ending, a happy ending, an actual ending. I mean, there was a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end, but it was a happy cliffhanger, you know?
And I don't know if it's because, like we've said before, me and Nikki see it first. And so we were texting about it.
You watched it so early.
I know.
Well,
I don't know if we caught, I'll mention it in our tidbits later, but
mhm.
I don't think we caught what the ending was. I know you saw it 3 times. You might have, but I didn't catch it. What we had texted about, I didn't catch it, but they're talking about it.
Which means I'm sure I didn't fucking catch it. I watched it once.
So did I.
I caught it. I know what you're talking about. I completely caught it the first time I saw it. We will
Maybe I
discuss
did
it.
catch it. I don't know. I can't wait now.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay, I'll fly through it because it's at the very end. So
Yeah,
I'll fly
yeah.
through it. But yes, I did catch it the very first time. I was like, holy fuck. Yeah. I mean, it's in my notes, babe. It's in my notes. I got you. I got you. All right, here we go.
All right.
So,
Oh,
I'm
good,
just
because I
happy.
don't know.
okay. I'm just happy that it was a happy ending, for everybody. That's it. Done. I'm so glad
What is
that
it?
finally we have.
What is it?
It is. It is a happy ending.
Is it?
Yes, it is, Alyssa. It's a happy ending. Don't get all morbid on me, girl. That's a different podcast. That's a fantastic podcast, but a different podcast from ours. Okay. All right. So we see the time space reality opening of What If, and then we open up to Peggy Carter giving Natasha and others a briefing on the Lumerian Star. About 20 pirates have taken over the ship, headed by none other than our pal Batrock. Peggy volunteers to take on Batrock, saying to Black Widow, I got the shield, you got the sword. As they're getting ready for the mission, Natasha asks Peggy if she has plans on Saturday night. And Peggy's like, nope, nope. And Natasha's like, oh, well, Bernard in accounting was asking about you. And Peggy's like, she doesn't want to have anything to do with it. And Natasha is like, well, if his name was Steve, would you change your mind?
Right.
Peggy's like, damn, girl, you know how to
You got
get
me
to
there.
me. You got me there, baby. So then Peggy jumps out of the plane, and it's an exact shot for shot comparison of the Winter Soldier when Cap jumps out of the plane. Peggy lands on the Lumerian star, and she proceeds to kick ass, as one does. If your name is Captain Carter, you just kick ass, right?
Mhm.
So then, out of nowhere, the Watcher appears and says, Peggy Carter, the lost soldier in time, you have been chosen. Boom. At this point, I made Mr. Big pause it, and I said, called it. I fucking called it. I called it. I called
did.
it. I called it. I called it. And I think, in a roundabout way, our theory was spot on. Anyway, so then, just stop me if you guys have any tidbits, just interrupt me.
So, going back to how you were saying this was kind of like scene for scene, shot for shot from Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
How Natasha was trying to set up Peggy with Bernard. She did the same thing with Steve with Lillian in accounting. And he's like lip piercing. And she said, yeah. He's like, I'm not ready for that.
That's right.
That's shot for shot. And then I did find like a super deep cut, but Bernard was also the name of Howard Stark's flamingo in Agent Carter. So like, I don't know if they're referencing, like, if they're using that name for that, but that was like a super like.
That's super deep.
Deep. Yeah. And then so they show the suit that Captain Carter has is updated from what she originally had, and it's just like Captain America and the Winter Soldier's suit, where it's kind of silver and blue instead of red, white, and blue.
Nice.
So they definitely mirrored a lot from the beginning of Winter Soldier and then this episode.
Yeah. Then we arrive at Peter Quill's Dairy Queen with where Ego is trying to take Peter, but the T'Challa Star-Lord appears and saves Peter. He flies him off into like a forest, and he puts him down, and he tells Peter to stay there and leave the fighting to him. And Peter says, I got it. I'll hang back with the giant baby man cape dude. Then the Watcher says, Star-Lord T'Challa, leader of the Ravagers, lost Prince of Wakanda, you have been chosen. Boy, it's amazing. I love this opening. It was so good. Now, this next scene is from a Lost episode. So I was kind of lost. Like, I was like, where's this story? Like, where is this freaking story? So, and then I read in an article, according to AC Bradley, there was supposed to be 10 episodes of What If, but due to COVID and due to COVID slowing things down, it was cut to 9. So the Sakaar episode was cut for this season, but it will show up in next season. So that's why we see.
I did have that too.
Oh, okay.
If Iron Man landed on Sakaar.
Is that what it is? Is that why he had like his Iron Man suit was a Sakarian colors,
Yep.
They even have a Lego kit of it out. Like, man, everybody's like, what the fuck is this? We'll find out next season. I mean, hey, COVID, crazy times, I mean, my kids have been collecting. My son, is crazy about Minions, and the new Minion movie was supposed to come out last summer of 2020, and it couldn't because due to COVID. So then they pushed it back to summer of 2021, but they didn't because of COVID, because they don't want to stream it. They want to release it in the theaters. But for the last 2 years, we've been getting all of these toys from the new Minion movie.
Mhm.
So like we have all these toys with like no context around it, like Disco Bob and like Nunchuck Stewart and like all these toys. We're like, all right. I mean, my kid don't care. I mean, he wants to see the movie, but he'd rather have the toys, you know? Anyway, so but like that's it. It's just like COVID is crazy times and they're just pushing everything back. So anyway, okay, so now we're on Netavalier. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, Netavalier, right? Well, I'm sure
Before we
Mr.
get
Big.
there,
Yeah.
one thing to note about the Dairy Queen scene is that when you see it, it's all like enveloped in blue, which
Okay.
is last time we saw it in What If, it was right when Ego had showed up.
Yes.
And so, he had clearly taken over the Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
So that's why that scene is all seen in like blue smoke / like goop.
Yeah. The Stuff. Did you ever see that horror / B movie called The Stuff?
No.
I don't know.
It's
It sounds
terrible.
familiar.
It's terrible. It's like that. It's like whenever I see that scene in like Guardians of the Galaxy where like Ego's like all the puffy, the stuff envelops things, I always think of that movie. Look up The Stuff. It's a terrible movie. It's fantastically terrible. It is such a bad quote horror movie, and I use that in loose quotes. It is fantastically terrible. The Stuff. I'm not even gonna add it to the list because it's so terrible. I'm not even adding it to your list. All right, so now we're on Netavalier, where we see Tony Stark, Gamora, and Eitri, who, if you notice, has his hands. He has his hands, and they're melting the Infinity Gauntlet. When the Watcher appears out of nowhere and totally disrespects one Mr. Tony Stark. Seriously, he totally gives him a what for. He says, Gamora, survivor of Sakaar and destroyer of Thanos. I.e., yeah, destroyer of Thanos. This is why T-Tree, I always want to call him T-Tree, he's E-Tree. This is why he still has his hands, because Gamora killed Thanos before he could cut him off, right? So anyway, the Watcher says, Gamora, survivor of Sakaar and destroyer of Thanos. When Tony interrupts him, the Watcher says, no, not you, Stark. You, Gamora. You have been chosen. And boom. So he's chosen Gamora. Fuck you, Tony Stark. This guy.
I don't know if it was so much a fuck you to Tony Stark, but we've discussed this several times that his total endpoint is death.
Yeah.
So let's
pick
someone who's gonna live.
True. Very true. Very, very true.
We got to have the best shot here at taking him down. So
yeah. And you know what? In Tony Stark, I mean, I kind of feel bad for the dude. I mean, he died how many times? And now he's like, no, you're not that important to the story. It's going to be Gamora.
He had his own story for 10 years.
Right.
In the MCU.
Solo movie.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
He was the one who started all this.
Absolutely.
Somebody else can take over for now.
Yep. He's retired.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we're in Wakanda, where Shuri and Pepper are running through a tunnel, planning out their strategy and how to kill Killmonger. And then we cut to Killmonger, or Black Panther. He's Black Panther right now, looking out over the destruction of Wakanda, when the Watcher appears and says, Eric Stevens, Killmonger, Tony Stark's former protege and killer, you have been chosen. And then Shuri and Pepper then bust through the door to find that Killmonger is just gone. So then next up is Vegas, baby. We're in Vegas.
Oh my God, it's so fucking funny.
he was just so funny. And you know who he reminded me of? Same actor, different character, but the way he played, I forgot his name in Ghostbusters. He played the receptionist in the new Ghostbusters. Oh God. What is
Yeah,
his
he
name?
played the Annie Potts character.
Right. What was his name? Brad? No, I forgot. But anyway, he was hot and stupid. So, and it was so funny. And he did such a fine job at it. And he's hot and stupid in this too, you know? Anyway, so the next scene is Vegas, like I said, where Thor is fighting off a bunch of Ultron bots.
His name was Kevin.
Kevin. His name was Kevin.
Oh,
That's a cute name. So Ultron. Okay, so Thor is fighting off Ultron bots, and Thor is just complaining with every hit. He's like, I was supposed to go on a date, and he's hitting an Ultron bot. There was going to be flowers, and I was gonna light candles, and I was gonna shower, and I was gonna do my hair.
it's so stupid. It's lovable.
I know, right? As Thor kills an Ultron bot, he says, "Nobody messes with Vegas." And then he's fighting and fighting and fighting. And the Watcher shows up and says, "Finally, Thor, Odin's son, Crown Prince of Asgard, you've been chosen." But Thor doesn't even notice him because he's too busy kicking Ultron robot ass, you know? And finally, the Watcher just picks Thor up and takes him, telling him that he's been chosen. And Thor just screams as the Watcher just picks him up, and you just see the shot of his face going towards the camera. Just like in Ragnarok.
Right. But it also, like, him being picked up reminds me of, was it King Kong?
Yeah,
when
with Fay Ray. Yeah.
Like when he picks up the girl and she's screaming.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. And suddenly he's now in this bar. Okay. So this is a bar from Peggy's past, and the team is all assembled. We've got Peggy Carter, we got T'Challa, Gamora, Killmonger, and Thor. Peggy looks around and says that she notices the place, and then she sees a picture of her Steve.
Because he pulled it from her biography.
Yeah. Yeah. As Evil Jafar Strange acknowledges the team's questions, Killmonger sees the Ultron head that Thor brought back with him. Then the lights flicker and the Watcher shows up. He explains to the group that they've been chosen for a mission that is both highly dangerous and absolutely necessary for the continuation of life as they know it. Doctor Strange and the Watcher go on to explain that they're not just their last hope to save one universe, that they're the last hope to save all known universes. He then,
Dun, dun, dun.
right? He then dubs them the Guardians of the Multiverse.
In the comics, the group was called the Council of the Guardians of All Galaxies.
Oh.
So they were simply made up of various Guardians of the Galaxy multiverse counterparts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's similar to the comics, but not verbatim.
Okay.
Well, it makes more sense this way because we're so used to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we're more familiar with that verbiage than Council of the Guardians. So
right.
Guardians of the Multiverse. And we're familiar with the terms multiverse too now. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thor then interrupts, saying that Loki put him up to this and that he doesn't have time for his pranks. And then he heads for the door. Strange is like, "Dude, I wouldn't do that if I were you." But Thor opens the door anyway, and he gets like stuck in this void, like he's being sucked out. You know, he climbs back into the pub, and Captain Carter just looks at the Watcher and she goes, "We're in." She's
Kind of like
stoked.
how, kind of like when Cap is talking to the Howling Commandos, and he's trying to get them back to be the Howling Commandos after he saves them, and he's like, "Wait, we just got back from being held hostage, and you want us to go back out there?" And he's like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Okay, we're in."
Right.
Like, twist my arm. It's super hard.
Right.
I'm in.
So then the Watcher briefs them, explaining that their worlds are either under attack or soon will be by Ultron. Strange explains the power of the Infinity Stones and says that they need to separate the stones from Ultron's body in order to stop him. Peggy asks, this Ultron could be hidden anywhere in the multiverse? And the Watcher goes, yes. T'Challa asks, behind an army of robots? Afraid so. Gamora says, and armed with the stones? And the Watcher goes, I never said it would be easy. Killmonger is like, dude, this is a suicide mission. What the fuck? And then, to lighten the mood, Thor suggests that they order Chinese food, which always lightens the mood, if you ask me. I agree with Thor. As they're eating their Chinese food, which, whatever, they have magic. They can conjure it up, I'm sure. As they're eating Chinese food, the Guardians of the Multiverse are making their plans on how to defeat Ultron by getting the Infinity Stones away from him. And they want to crush the Infinity Stones with the Infinity Crusher. Now, this is another thing that I'm sure would make a lot more sense if we got that one episode, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Which you would have thought they would have.
I really think they chose the wrong episode to get rid of.
Right. Mm-hmm. I agree, because there's a couple parts here that were lost already.
Yeah.
And
because
we're
it plays
not even
such
that far
a big
in.
part in this episode.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they should have done a different one.
Okay. So, I'm a big fan of the zombie episode, but truly,
I was just thinking that
they could have done without it, because they only played like one little tiny, like 3-second clip in this episode.
Yeah.
Which we're getting to in a minute.
Devil's advocate. What if? But no, seriously, like, what if they kept the zombie one in, because zombies are fucking huge and people love zombies, so they kept it in for ratings.
Probably.
Okay, but this is seriously fucking Marvel. They don't need to keep anything in for ratings. They're gonna get it no matter what.
You're right.
But I've told you ladies that there's been a couple episodes that I'm just not a fucking fan of.
Yeah.
But I'm still watching it.
Right. Yeah.
So you can get rid of zombies and put in, the one which leaves a lot of details out.
Yeah.
For context purposes.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd lose one single viewer.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, they should have gotten rid of the zombie one and kept the Sakaar episode. Anyway, so
we'll still get it.
Yeah, we'll still get it, but then
I'll
be like, oh, season. That makes so much sense. All right.
I mean, we already know that, Gamora has a lot of Thanos' armor. She has the
helicopter sword.
Yeah,
and she has the helicopter sword.
There's so much context that we're just going, well, where the hell did that come from? But
and then they just they depended on one sentence that the Watcher says to explain it all. Gamora, what was it? Killer of Thanos. Like, that's that one sentence is supposed to explain everything.
Right.
Well, dude, I want to see the story behind it. We got the story behind all the other ones. Right. All right. So what's the Infinity Crusher? It's a machine designed to crush Infinity Stones. Duh.
Really? You don't say.
That's what I have here. I'm like, what's the Infinity Crusher? It's a machine designed to crush Infinity Stones. I'm an idiot. Again, I'm just showing you that I'm living up to my role as village idiot. So the final plan is to get the soul stone, get it to Gamora so she can crush it. And again, like, yeah, like most of anything around Gamora has to do with the lost episode, but I digress. After Captain Carter goes over the plan, Thor says, slow down a bit. Some of us in this room don't understand. Not me. I get it, but them. Maybe you could repeat it for them. And the Watcher just looks at them right after he says this. The Watcher's like, you're ready. Ah!
No, but okay, let's wing it.
Yeah, right.
Right? Let's wing it.
Yep.
So it's showtime. And they get transported to like a planet that has no intelligent life on it because Ultron's not, attracted to that planet. He hasn't destroyed it because there is no intelligent life on it. So Strange is casting spells, getting ready for their plan for the next day. And then the Shumagarath monster comes out of Strange's hand. And Peggy asked him what happened. And he said, same as you. Love. Love makes you do crazy things, right? So Strange tells...
Love is a dagger.
Love is a dagger. Strange also told Peggy that there was a Captain America that in his universe, and that it's Steve Rogers, and he's the one who ended up taking the serum. And she's like, huh, really?
You don't say.
You don't say, huh? What do you think she was thinking just then when he said that?
She was thinking, I wonder what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I know I would. I'd be like, I wonder if he can make his boobies dance. Because you know me, I'm a sucker for boys who can make their boobies dance. I'm a man.
Like, yeah. I'm willing to put money on it.
Yeah.
Ow.
So then.
Ow. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh man,
love the TikTok shines through again.
And we should have, what? We should get a TikTok. We should make.
Like, you are the only one of us who. No, I think Liz has done 1 or 2 TikToks that actually post TikToks.
Even so, my TikToks are just like answering trivia questions.
Like,
they're not even
reacts.
Or blind reacts to like hot guys. Woo! So Killmonger is messing around with that Ultron head. And Gamora is like, this dude is shady AF. I don't trust this dude. Thor then he yells, tonight we feast. Okay, dude. And Strange tries to make a toast. So he conjures up some drinks and everybody has like their favorite drink. And he tries to make a toast, but he gets too long-winded. And T'Challa just chimes in and just says, I got this. He's like, to the Guardians of the Multiverse. And then they all have their drink. So that's nice. Thor then makes a lightning bolt. And surprise, it attracts Ultron. They weren't ready. They weren't supposed to do that till the next day. But Thor, being party animal, So Strange then casts a non-compliant spell on each of the Guardians. And this is a protection spell. And this spell, you'll notice throughout the rest of the episode, is single-handedly the one thing that saved all of them. No shit. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, seriously, the
that was his contribution because he
big time
kind of fucked up so royally in his own episode that I felt like this was his contribution, like almost like his way to make amends.
Right. Now they're ready to execute their plan. Killmonger and Gamora jump through a portal and they're like, smell you later. So they're gone. Thor says, I love this part. Thor goes, I know how to deal with this potty poopa. And the rest of the Guardians are like, dude, what about our plan? What the hell are we doing? And Thor cries, the the best battle cry I have ever heard in anything ever. He says, "Viva Las Vegas!"
Which is so fucking ridiculous, but I love it.
I love it. I love it. He tries to shoot lightning at Ultron, but Ultron just, he's like, shit, dude. Yeah, he's like, shit, dude, this is nothing. Right. Exactly. He's like, this ain't shit. And Ultron collapses the mountain that they're all standing on, and they just fall in all this rubble. Ultron thought he had them, and he was like, this is way too fucking easy, But just then, the Guardians of the Multiverse bust out of the rubble without a scratch, thanks to, Strange's protection spell. Thor tries to get Ultron again, throwing Mjolnir at him. Strange casts a spell that transforms the hammer into millions of little hammers. Peggy and T'Challa try to attack Ultron to no avail. So eventually Ultron gets bombarded by so many hammers that he ends up inside like a big snowball of mini hammers. We see T'Challa fall to the ground. As Peggy runs to him, she asks if he got the Soul Stone, and T'Challa holds it up and says, Yandu says, never doubt sticky fingers. He's got the Soul Stone. So that's fantastic. I was not expecting that. I didn't realize because, I'm slow on the uptake. I didn't realize that's what they were trying to do. Anyway, Strange fights off Ultron, who at this point has broken out of the big hammer ball, So Strange unleashed a 3-headed dragon kind of creature onto Ultron. And Thor's like, dude, you've been hiding this entire time. Like, what the? Bring your A game on the first try, Ultron's like, this has been fun, but now I'm going to bring out my toys. Then he realizes the Soul Stone is missing. And he's like, you motherfuckers, game on. Yeah. So that's their cue. Peggy's like, it is time to go. Let's get going. Doctor Strange opens a portal, and all the zombies come falling on top of Ultron. And there's piles and piles and piles, like a mountain, literally a mountain of zombies. And
so if you notice really quickly, the first ones that come out of the portal are zombie Captain America, Falcon, and Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. They're the first ones to attack.
That's awesome. And in the zombie series, that's how they ate all of the bad guys. That's how they won. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Doctor Strange is like, that'll keep him busy for a while. And they're like, Thor's like, I love the zombies. That was a great idea. He's like, oh no, it's not the zombies. It's what comes with the zombies that will keep him busy.
One particular zombie.
Yes. And then all 4 of them finally jump through the portal. Ultron is face to face with Wanda Maximoff. Dun, dun, dun. And this part, this part was pretty funny too. So she tries to kill him with her red magic streams coming from her hands. She's surprised because it does nothing to Ultron. And he's like, ha, novice.
See, now I read that
she was distracted.
By what?
Because it looked like Vision.
Because remember under the Ultron armor?
Because Ultron looked like Vision, and I don't think she could.
Yes. Yes.
Because under the Ultron armor, it's Vision.
I did not catch that.
Even as a zombie, she is still coherent enough to know it's Vision, and deep down still doesn't want to kill him.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes. I didn't even think about that. You guys are awesome. This is why we do this together, because we each have each other's 6,
Yes.
So, yes. So anyway, so then Ultron just destroys the whole planet. He's like, fuck yous later, So now all the guardians of the multiverse are together. Gamora asked for the soul stone so she can crush it, but out of nowhere, here comes Natasha. She shows up with a motorcycle and she steals the soul stone. Peggy is so delighted to see her, but Natasha has no clue who she is, or any of them really. Peggy explains to Natasha that in Peggy's timeline, they're best friends. And to prove it, she tells Natasha that her father is Ivan and her da is Alexei.
Aww.
Isn't that sweet? And then,
So sweet.
yeah. And that there are 3 people that she trusts in the universe. And Peggy is lucky enough to be one of them. And that is like, checks out. Sounds legit. All right, I trust you. Just then, Ultron finds them and abducts Nat and says, I believe you have something of mine. Thor then throws Mjolnir and knocks off Ultron's arm, which would go with the whole phase 2 theme of losing a hand or arm.
Yep.
The Soul Stone falls along with Natasha. Doctor Strange casts a protection spell on Natasha and opens up a portal for her to fall through. So she, gingerly lands in her poser mode, or her poser pose. Ultron is really pissed. Really super pissed because they won't die. He's like, why won't you fucking die? And he's getting really annoyed now. He tried to explode the planet, but Doctor Strange has just devoured all of Ultron's power because that's his MO. That's what he does. And this totally took Ultron by surprise. There's a lot of fighting as everybody's trying to get the Soul Stone. Now, this is just a great fight scene because Nat and Peggy basically team up on Ultron and they're totally kicking his ass. They get him so discombobulated. So the rest of the Guardians take turns on Ultron while they try to get the Soul Stone. But here's the thing. Since the portal opened and Gamora and Killmonger jumped through, we only see him one time, and that's during this montage, or not montage, this scene. There's really only one montage at the end. But during this scene, we just see Killmonger punch him. And that's it. That's all we get until the end. Like, the dude just sits back and lets everybody else do the fucking work. Whatever. Eric. Anyway, so Gamora then slices Ultron and she cuts and hits the time stone. And that forces everything to go into slow motion, including the Mind Stone, which is flying up in the air in slow motion. And Ultron catches it. And he tries to put it back into his armor when Doctor Strange summons one tentacle of the Shuma-Gorath and he pulls his hand away and collects the Soul Stone. I think I lost track of the Soul Stone at this point, and I've watched it like 4 times, but I think Strange had it, or at least he knocked it out of his hand. So then Strange makes time normal again with his time stone. Okay. Ultron's like, all right, I'm bringing out the big guns. So he makes himself like huge, gigantic. And this is small potatoes compared to what is up Steven's sleeve. Okay. So Strange then summons up the full size Shuma-Gorath. And he totally like envelops Ultron in all the tentacles. All right. The Soul Stone goes flying. Gamora catches it. The rest of the Guardians hold Ultron by this like magic chain thing while Gamora puts the Soul Stone in the Infinity Crusher. The Infinity Crusher then crawls up on Ultron and tries to destroy him and the Infinity Stones. So then there's like this big explosion. Thor asks if it was over. T'Challa says, it doesn't feel like it's over. Which he was right. Right?
Yeah, big understatement there.
Yeah, right? This is where we get the Avengers 360 shots, but it's the Guardians of the Multiverse 360 shot, the famous shot we all know.
Mhm.
Ultron says that he's surprised and then asked him if the Watcher even told them about him. He goes on to explain that every universe is different and unique. Therefore, every Infinity Stone is unique. They then realize that the Infinity Crusher was designed to crush the Infinity Stones in Gamora's universe.
What the fuck?
Yeah, not on Ultron. So what the
Exactly.
fuck? It's like, God damn it. So then Ultron raises up and he's armed with all 6 Infinity Stones. And he tries to destroy the Guardians, but nothing happens. And he's getting more and more pissed. And then he realizes that it's Strange who's protecting them. So now he wants to just kill Strange so he can kill the rest of them. And he's trying to kill them again. But the process ends up throwing Nat and Peggy like way the fuck out there. Like in these big balls of light. It just throws them. And they happen to land by a motorcycle, which one of the arrows that has the Zola virus in it is right next to it. Nat says to Peggy, I have an idea, but I'm going to need distance and a clear target. Peggy's like, no problemo. I got you, boo. They go off. Back at Ultron, he's trying to destroy Strange and the rest of the Guardians. Strange is trying to hold him as best he can, but how much longer, right? They're clearly struggling, and the spell is starting to wear off. Nat and Peggy are just running through buildings and rubble, and apparently they're about to fuck some shit up. Let me tell you, for all the misogyny that we've seen during this series, this episode is not that. I'm not going to say it made up for it because it doesn't, but thank God this is girl power 101 right here, right? Where my Spice Girls at? Because these girls, seriously. So they're about to fuck some shit up. As Strange's protection spell is starting to wear off, all of a sudden you see Peggy jump on Ultron and pull his head back, and Nat flings the arrow, or she shoots the arrow right into his eyeball. Ultron pulls the arrow out and he hears Zola's voice. Ultron is like, who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my body? Zola's like, I am your worst nightmare, motherfucker. So get ready. I'm about to fuck your world up. And this is really cool because their confrontation right now is like that 2D computerized animation kind of. I just thought it looked really cool.
When Zola overtakes the body, it's a nod to Zola's comic book look, where Zola's face is on the stomach of his robotic body.
Very good. So they're fighting over who's going to take over the body. Zola tells Ultron that his objective is to end him, and that's exactly what Zola does. He infects him with the Zola virus, and Ultron fails, basically. Then we see Killmonger. Okay, so this is the first time we've actually seen him, basically since he went through the portal. We saw him punch Ultron once.
Right, he hasn't been helping.
No, he has not been helping. Thank you. That was exactly what I was thinking. No, he has not
He's been like
helping.
sitting on the fucking sidelines with this goddamn popcorn,
Yeah.
being a little bitch.
Yeah, he is. He's
Sorry, I really don't like him.
Neither
Tell me
do
how
I.
you really feel, James.
Right? He's standing over Ultron, and it's this lifeless body, and he holds up that Ultron bot head that he took from Thor. Killmonger uses what looked like to me to be the power cosmic, which we covered in the last episode, because it was a bunch of dots. There's a lot of power cosmic going on in this episode, especially from here on out. So he uses the power cosmic to get the Infinity Stones, and now rises up ultra evil Killmonger Panther, or whatever you want to call him. I don't know, but like an evildoer. Seriously, this guy is no good. The Guardians are like, what the hell? Fuck no. And of course, T'Challa, he tries to talk some sense into Killmonger. But Killmonger is, of course, Killmonger does his whole charming, let's save the world together. blah, blah, but we could save our planets. The Watcher owes this to us, blah, 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 blah. We all know he's giving lip service because we know this motherfucker, right?
Yep.
And right. But you know what? T'Challa's like, nope, hand them over. Killmonger's like, no, I'm not going to.
Bitch, please.
Yeah, right. And then Killmonger tries to fuck shit up, but Strange casts a protection spell on them again. Here comes Zola's head in the middle of the body of the Ultron body. Okay, so he stands up and he tells Killmonger, I want the Infinity Stones. And Killmonger's, no, I want the Infinity Stones. No, I want it. No, I want it. Me, 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 me. And so they're both now using the power cosmic to get the Infinity Stones. So they're both just using magic and it's like tug of war, right? Strange then creates a pocket dimension around them. And the Watcher steps in and does something for once. For fuck's sake, thank God. He does something. He's using the power cosmic, but we don't see what he's doing because the screen just goes to white. It's it. Just goes to white. The rest of the Guardians of the Multiverse are just standing there, like basically relieved. Like, now I think it's over, you know? So now back to Stephen Strange. He's holding the pocket dimension with Zola and Killmonger fighting over the Infinity Stones. And he's like, you stinky bastard, Uatu. You stinky bastard. You knew all along how this was going to work out. Thus, this was proving our theory. This one sentence proved our theory. That's why the Watcher was always there when shit was going to be fucked up, because he was fucking orchestrating it. He knew what was going to happen. He fucking knew. Man, we
feel vindicated.
Yes, we do. Yes, we should. The Watcher enlists Strange and asks him to watch over the pocket dimension himself. And Strange is like, sure, I got nothing else better to do. I don't even have a universe to go home to, so I might as well become a Watcher. So basically, you know, Strange becomes a Watcher. Uatu, the Watcher, is like, be careful. You have to watch this, because if there's one crack and they escape and Strange is like, blah, 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 blah. I get it, old man. Watch it. I get it. I think they're setting up for season 2. That's what I think. Because if that thing cracks and they get out, all hell will break loose, right?
Yep.
Oh, show.
Yeah. We cut to the Watcher addressing the Guardians of the Multiverse, saying the entire multiverse owe you a debt of gratitude, but your worlds will never know this victory. Once you walk through that door, you will return to the exact moment you left. Peggy's like, what if I don't want to go back to my exact timeline? Don't I deserve my happy ending? Didn't I earn it? The Watcher's like, trust me. That world, that timeline needs Captain Carter.
Trust me.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, well, yeah, he's right. And she walks through the door, but not before giving Nat one of those, I got you boo smiles, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Nat's just standing there. Everybody else is gone. And Nat's just standing there with the Uatu. And she gives him a what for, you know? She's like, I'm not going back to my timeline. She was the only person left living there. And she doesn't want, that would be a miserable experience.
Oh my God, to live the rest of your life literally alone.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's
because
terrible.
Everyone else is fucking gone.
Nope.
Right. There are days I feel like I want to be like that, but really, no, I don't, you know?
No.
The Watcher is like, I can't interfere. And she calls on this bullshit. She's like, you know what? We're nothing to you. We're just a TV show. Mm-hmm. You know, you were eating popcorn. You were watching and eating popcorn while my friends were being killed by Ultron. The Watcher tells her that she's more to him than just a TV show. Her and the rest of the team are everything to him. She's like, then fix my world. But he can't. But do you know what he can do? He
Gives her a new one.
He can give her a new world. So he takes her to episode 3. Why do we know this is episode 3? Because he takes her to a world that has a dead Black Widow. At the end of episode 3, Loki takes over. The very last scene of episode 3, you see Nick Fury wiping away snow off of Captain America's shield, right? So Natasha sees Captain America and Captain Marvel fighting. So that's another reason why we know this is at the end of that. This is after episode 3, that timeline, because the only 2 surviving
Avengers
were those 2. Yeah.
Everyone else died.
Everybody else died. So he takes her back to where they lost their Black Widow. And she is just so happy. Nick Fury is pinned to the floor by Loki's spear. And out of nowhere, here comes Black Widow kicking Loki's ass and taking the spear. And she does something to him. She disarmed him and his eyes went black, but I don't think she killed him. I think she just disarmed him.
No, she used the scepter like he did on Clint. So like when he used the scepter on his chest, Clint's eyes went black and then they went like that bright blue.
That's
like, right. You could tell that he was like possessed or controlled.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Same thing.
Okay. Yeah. So Nick Fury is like, you're not my Natasha, but something tells me you have her spirit, which is
spunk, kid.
I know. All right, Mary Tyler Moore. Do you know he died like last week? Ed Asner died like last week. Aw.
Yep.
So now we have a montage. It's montage. Only one, but it was a good one. So in this montage, we see T'Challa finishing off Ego alongside Peter. Thor finally gets to take Jane out. You know, they're reunited again. And we see Gamora with Sakaar Tony Stark. And as we see this, we hear the Watcher say, everybody's searching for a place to belong, to call home. As for me, I am the Watcher. The multiverse, every single world is my home. And I will protect it to the end. Which, no, you fucking won't. Because look what the fuck you let happen. But I digress. Anyway. So, and that's what we think is the end. But we have a post-credit scene.
Yay!
The only
9 episodes for one.
That's all right. It's all right. It's a happy ending, I feel. I feel it's a happy ending. Everybody's happy, you know? So, let's rewind. Remember at the beginning of this episode, we were talking about that thing that you didn't catch? Was it Captain America coming back that you didn't catch at first in the timeline? No,
I'll tell you when after you do the.
Okay, then I probably didn't catch it either. Anyway, so Captain Carter opens her eyes and she's getting punched. She's right back where she left. You know, she's
with Batroc.
Yeah, with Batroc. Was that Batroc or was that like his henchman?
No, that was Batroc.
That was Batroc? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Nat just walks up behind him and just electrocutes him from behind, you know? Peggy hugs her and she hadn't seen her in forever. And she's like, I'm so happy to see you. You know, you don't know how happy I am to see you. And Natasha's like, did you hit your head on something? And I mean, you're acting kind of weird. Like I just saw you. Peggy says, well, maybe a few times. Well, shake it off because you're going to need all your marbles to see this one. And then Nat found what the pirates were after and tells Peggy to brace herself. They open the door to a storage facility, and what do they see? They see the Hydra Stomper, and there's somebody inside. And that is the end of the episode.
Oh, good job, Nikki.
Thanks.
So,
What did we
Okay,
miss?
so I had
Yeah,
texted
tell
Nikki
me.
because I was like, "Oh, I wanted to cry because it was a
Yeah.
happy ending." And then
Yeah.
then I read this online that
Don't tell me he's dead.
no, people are wondering if Steve is in this universe's Winter Soldier.
Oh,
Yeah, I did read that. I didn't
And I'm
catch
like,
that, but I read
That's
it.
what I didn't catch. I was like, "Oh, it's a happy ending. They're gonna like dance at the end, and they're gonna be reunited." And then I read this bullshit.
it totally
That-
makes sense though.
Right.
Because
So they think
Yeah,
Go
go ahead. No,
it's
it's
this
yours.
universe's Winter Soldier. So since Peggy took Steve's place by being frozen in time, they're thinking that Steve might have taken Bucky's place. So is this universe retelling of Captain America Winter Soldier? Will it pit lover against lover instead of friend against friend?
Oh my God.
This
I
is
love
what
it.
we did not catch.
I love it. Yes. No, we did not catch it. We
Told
did
ya.
not catch it.
Told ya.
Oh man. Oh
And that's
man.
all I had.
That's freaking fantastic.
Right?
I love it. I wanted to go through some of our theories we had throughout this episode. So our main theory, that the Watcher had something to do with all of these stories, spot on. I
Yes.
would say we
Yeah.
are,
We win.
we win. T'Challa. Oh, this was after episode 1. T'Challa is seen fighting Ultron along with Captain Carter and Doctor Strange. That proves that this episode is the same timeline. Yeah, we were pretty off on that one. Yes and no.
Yeah,
But
we
I
didn't
would
really know what to expect.
Yeah, I would say no on that one. Do you hear that? Mr. Big swearing at his game. I don't know what he's playing. He's probably
I didn't
playing.
hear it.
He's probably playing Madden football. Anyway, so this next theory is one that I'm very fucking proud of because it says, I think that What If is setting up an entirely new team of Avengers.
Nailed it.
Boy,
Yeah.
were we right.
Yep. Each episode seems to be ending in some disaster. Ego got his hands on Peter at the end of episode 2. Blah, 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 blah. Zombie Thanos has 5 of the Infinity Stones at the end of episode 5. Killmonger, Black Panther. After all, the Watcher is getting more and more prominent. And okay, no, I don't know why I have that in there. Anyway, I'd say we did pretty damn good on our theories
We
this
did.
series, ladies. I really do. And that's all she wrote. That's all I have. I am proud of us, ladies.
Goodness.
Yay.
So that being said, because we've been, other than the 1 week we had to skip because of technical difficulties. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 week of a break. So after you hear this,
Vacation.
we're taking one because I'm starting my new
Because
job.
life.
Because
Life.
because Mercury's in
We
retrograde.
deserve it.
Because we do deserve it. So we're just gonna take a week off and we're just gonna chill. And we will see you in 2 weeks with God knows what. Unplanned
Lord only knows. We'll figure it out.
unplanned
It's a surprise.
America's asses is what we're gonna do. So God knows
Yeah.
what we do.
It's a surprise for everybody, including us.
Yeah. All right, Liz, what do you got for us?
Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and Anchor. And we are also on Facebook and Instagram.
And if you want to email us for any reason at all, give us your theories, tell us how you liked What If, tell us, give us upcoming show ideas. If there's a show.
Oh, yeah. What
Yeah,
do you
give us
wanna
some
hear?
topics.
Yeah, we need
something
some-
you want us to talk about.
Yeah. Mish, we're talking to you.
Yeah,
Instagram
lady.
us. Tell us what you want to
Give us
hear.
some options.
Give us
Yes.
some options.
That'll make you laugh and pee your pants when you're
Exactly. So if you want,
hear.
yeah. So if you want to email us, you can email us at America's Asses Calc. I forgot their first.
I was like, do you need me to help you out?
Go for it.
You can email us at americasassesgalcast@gmail.com.
And there's one more thing. If you could please like us,
Love us,
Follow us
rate us,
review us.
and subscribe to us.
and one more thing. I love you.
Love you.
I love you.
3,000. Did you get your new controller, honey? What'd you get? Oh, Mr. Big, his controller.
He's got the goods.
He's got the goods. Mr. Big's controller went out. So, oh, I'm with the girls. Can we do it?
Sure. Can you save some for me? Oh, let's just do it.
Grab what you want. You know what he got? Look what he got.
Oh,
B. Can't find them anywhere. So Mr. Big found mini figures while he was at the
Love
Best
it.
Buy. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. I'm only going to open 2. Okay. And I'm only going to open 2. We'll save the rest. Because how many do you have?
Bottom out.
You bought them out?
I love it.
All right. So we're
That's
going to
awesome.
open up. I'll make this I'll make this like an extra. Crinkle, crinkle. All right. Who do I need? I have to look. Wait, I need the various captains. Captain America, Zombie, Captain Carter, Captain Sam, Captain America, and Bucky. That's what I need. And I got another
Need
Loki.
more.
I got another Loki. You needed a Loki, darling.
I'll trade you.
You'll trade me for what?
Here, you take this one.
What's this one? Oh my God, what is it? Okay.
Oh, that's-
Okay, I'll close my eyes. Here we go. What do we got? Oh, I got a Captain Carter.
Nice.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah, and then this one. Let's see what this one is. Because I want to get. I don't want to spend all night here. Okay, what's this one? This one is another Monica, darling. Here, you have a Monica too, because you needed a Monica. Give the kid. Oh, you have a Monica at work? Okay. All right. We'll do the rest later. Okay. Oh my God.
Nice.
So he bought them out. How many did you buy? Another Loki.
Oh.
We'll give the kids a Loki because they don't have a Loki. All right. This is awesome. Oh my God. Thank you so much, darling. This is why I'm
No,
marrying
that's
him.
so thoughtful.
So sweet.
Oh,
There's like, what? You have like 20 of them?
That's
Oh my
awesome.
God.
I just saw a couple and I started buying them out.
You bought them out. He bought them out.
That's awesome.
That's love.
I do have my Starbucks cup.
That's all right.
My, black matte studded Starbucks cup.
You got one? They were sold out when I went to go get mine. I wanted to go get one and they
Oh,
were
I got
sold
it on
out.
Poshmark.
Oh yeah, no.
I've had no interest in one.
No? Oh, I love those Starbucks cups, man.
Nah.
There was one I saw, some lady buys them all up and then she like makes them into
Like tumblers.
yes.
Mhm.
She buys all
Yeah,
the
I've seen
Starbucks
those.
and she makes them into different like the glitter falls and stuff. And I
Uh-huh.
just saw one on the TikToks of Wanda Maximoff.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Nice. It's really
People
nice.
are so crafty. I'm not crafty like that.
Me neither. Me neither. I am not. I bake, and that's probably as crafty as I get.
That's pretty
And you're
crafty.
excellent at it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Oh, but you are.
Oh, but you are.
Peeps, it's fucking delicious.
We couldn't do that.
You know what I made
definitely
today?
cannot.
I
What?
made homemade dinner rolls for the dinner we did not sit down to eat together. I thought of another thing to put on the list, Firefly. That's an easy one.
Oh, I've heard good things about
I've
that.
heard that too.
It is so good. There's only like a handful of episodes, but it is so good.
I feel like I need to look that up. I might have seen that.
It is so good. Oh, yeah. Firefly. Firefly gets on the list, okay?
This has been America's Acid.